Well, everybody in the WoW community right now is probably thinking the same thing after seeing the Q1 2015 report. What the fuck? There isn't even another way of describing it. Seriously, what the hell? We lost 3 million players. Do you know how much 3 million is? That's a quarter of the player base. That's freaking... What? Oh my god, and the worst thing is we all know why. We all know why we lost so many people. It's because there isn't enough stuff to do in the game. Let's open up the map. Let me show you guys the biggest disappointment of what we've been all counting on for quite a while now. So, Tanan Jungle and Farallon. Supposedly somewhere here there's Farallon. I don't even know if we're gonna get Farallon. I actually kinda doubt we're actually gonna get Farallon. I think it won't come, but that's just me being pessimistic after finding out that we just lost 3 million players. So in this video, I want to just, in short, max 15 minutes. I really don't want to spend too much time talking about it. This is the second attempt I have at recording this video. The last one was 55 minutes, and I'm not asked to cut that, so I just deleted it. That's how I roll. So non-jungle is coming with 6.2. 6.2 has to be the lifesaver. If 6.2 isn't the lifesaver, then I'm very sorry, but this game isn't going to live through that. Or, well, I mean, it's WoW. It will live. Of course it will live. But the player base will be pretty much in ruins afterwards. Right now we lost 3 million subscribers. Purely because of the lull of content. There is nothing to do right now. And that is why, that is why we are all quitting. That's why everyone is, everyone who's a dedicated player, that is why they are playing their alts. That is why they are not playing on their main. Because right now on my main there is just nothing to do. There is no content other from the raids, and that causes a significant amount of burnout. There's a lot of burnout happening in the community right now. Of course, we have the Blackrock Foundry that was released with 6.1, or well, kind of with 6.1. Let's label it 6.1 content, okay? So we have Blackrock Foundry, which most guilds are already done progressing. We just killed Heroic Blackhand, sadly without me. Probably gonna kill it this Sunday. But yeah, that was the thing. We got Heroic Blackhand. So most guilds right now got Heroic Blackhand done, and I would show you the Skype logs, but I can't because impersonating and intruding on people's privacy. I don't want to be giving away everyone's Skype names, do I? So yeah, everyone just was like, okay, we killed Heroic Blackhand, see ya in 6.2. That was the response. See ya in 6.2. Why? You gotta think to yourself, why are all these people going away? And the main issue is I'm just gonna be repeating myself, but there's nothing to do in this game. There literally is nothing, okay? We have raids, and we have PvP. What did PvP get? A fuck ton of bots. That's what PvP got. Look, you can go into a battleground, and you can see that 99% of the horde are actually, just bots. You can see literally sometimes the entire battleground, the enemy side, just moving from side to side. And it's even sadder when your entire BG group is moving side to side, the same side. And seriously, what the hell is my... Why? They can just download the bot. Heck, it's like $5. Not worth it. How much does a bot cost? I don't know. I've never even looked up a bot for WoW. Because how the fuck would you even want to bot such a game? So, is the price of the bot not worth it to crack this code? You could easily just take the bot's code, see what it's doing, and ban everyone who's following it. Isn't that just normal, sensical stuff? Is that not something you should be thinking about as a game developer trying to make a successful game? You should, okay? So, to recap, Main problem of PvP is the amount of bots. The second problem with PvP is boosters. I'm not talking about the guys who will, your friends who are like, okay, man, I'm going to help you gear your alt in 2s. I'm talking about the websites. Like, I don't even know, like, I know there's this one that was really spammy in trade chat on the Maelstrom. Something carry, I don't know, I don't remember the site. I'm not even going to be linking it because you guys would get shitty ideas, man. So, sites like that will boost you to Gladiator. You'll give them your account, and they'll play your account until you're a Gladiator. So, that is cheating and real world trading. That is breaking 2 rules at once, and still popular. The main thing is this runes competitive PvP for a really simple reason. People who try to get Gladiator are outplayed by Gladiators boosting people. Do you know what I mean here? Like, that is the biggest shame. Sadly, it's, everyone kind of deals with it right now. If you want to climb, you're kind of going to be meeting those Gladiator teams, and you're just screwed. But yeah, we deal with that. We deal with it. We just deal with it. We didn't get any new BGs. We didn't get any new arenas. We just got broken DKs and Feral Druids and BM Hunters, and it's ridiculous how broken certain classes are right now. The meta is really shifting to kind of like what happened with Hearthstone, with GVG, everyone just going Mech Mage, everyone just going those face roll things that you would beat. You are a better player, you could beat them, but they're just so aggressive that you just can't, Especially for me as a priest, I have to cast a lot, and when a DK has 3 interrupts on me, yeah, the DK has 3 interrupts, baseline. A 4th one if he specs Unholy. But let me explain, of course. It's Strangulate, Mind Freeze, and Grip. So, yeah, for all you people who don't think DKs are overpowered, yeah, that's the thing. And plus they can crit really high, same as Ferals. Yeah, that's the thing with PvP. Now for PvP, I've already said there is a lack of raids and dungeons. There's lack of stuff. The biggest cause of burnout is that we have to do the same content 4 times. 3 if you're like me. The 4th tier being LFR. You got LFR the same dungeon to get gear to run the normal mode of the same dungeon. So run the normal mode of that dungeon to get gear to run the heroic version of the dungeon. So run the heroic version dungeon until you get a guild and a good ass fucking geared character, until you can do mythic of the same raid. Now, ain't it fun? No, because the same raid, the same bosses on farm week by week by week. I'm already, pretty much 90% BIS on my rogue from heroics. Our guild is not planning on killing mythic. Our guild is just okay, sure, if there's a boss on mythic that is really easy, let's go for it, But other than that, we're not really into the mythic race. We're not really into getting those mythics, We're more about having fun in the raids. And most of our guild is just slowly dying down. It's just the Swedish guys and me, to be honest. Swedish guys, 1 British officer, and me. But, yeah, people are just leaving. We killed Blackhand, and I'm kind of afraid to log the raids, because there's really little people signing. And, yeah, look at this guy. Freaking want that set. Such a shame I didn't play my mage a lot in MOP. Anyway, yeah, we need more dungeons, but Blizzard don't want to give us more dungeons. No! Let's have mythic dungeons. Yeah, because that's a good idea. Fuck no, it ain't. Who the hell came up with mythic dungeons needs to be fired. That is my opinion. Because mythic dungeons, honestly, they're just applying the same burnout to not only raids, but to dungeons as well. What the hell? So now I have to do a dungeon on normal mode, so I can run the dungeon on heroic mode, so I can run the dungeon on mythic mode. Oh my fucking god, who the fuck invented this? I really want to be there in that Blizzard room one day and just look at them and just laugh and you're so full of shit. Worst thing is, they've openly said to their community, kind of the equivalent of we don't give a fuck. prices have been increasing. You have probably noticed that if you were paying for WoW, is that the sub fee is planning to be going up. Why is that, you might ask? Well, Blizzard have basically openly stated it's because we don't have enough players anymore to keep us up. Because we have, a double dev team that's doing half the work. So we have to keep them up somehow. So, boom! The purple mystic runesaber mount. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. That's honestly what's going on in Blizzard HQ right now. And it's a shame because I really want to take RuneScape here as an example. Now, RuneScape had the same thing. They just started going to shit. They just started being kind of arrogant. They were like, okay, our community really loves us, so, fuck the community. And it backfired. They were like, okay, we're going to do this evolution of combat thing. We're going to change the combat system. Imagine WoW becoming a completely different combat system. Let's say WoW just goes to Mortal Kombat kind of system. Most of the people would quit. And that's what happened to RuneScape. And then people petitioned for an older version of the game, and that put Jagex into their mind. They were like, okay, so people are voting for it. Fuck, whatever, let's give them a poll. Got 500,000 signatures. So, obviously, they were like, okay, let's bring this back. And they saw that it was really good. So what they did is they were like, okay, we're going to give you a dev team. Like, okay, cool. So now we get the dev team. Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. So, what do we do with the dev team, Like, what should we be doing, And the community was like, okay, we have some ideas what you should be doing. And so they were like, oh, okay, chill. So we're going to do what they're telling us, We're going to tell them, okay, so community, what do you want? And the community was like, okay, Blizzard, we want this. And they were like, okay, we're going to give you this. And it was such a big success that the old school servers had more players than the live servers. And Blizzard Jagex noticed that. And they were like, oh, okay, so that's what's going on. Okay. And so they were like, okay, we're going to implement the same thing into our new game. And suddenly the new game was coming back to life. People actually wanted to play because the people had a say in what was happening with the game. And so I think we should really take an example in them, because they have, as a community, worked so much to get the game they love up to a reasonable standard, and holy crap, has it worked for them. Because, yeah, they're gorgeous guys over there at RuneScape, love them. Sadly, we at WoW are just at the start of this cycle, where Blizzard is thinking they can do whatever they want. And it's us players who will eventually teach them that they just can't go around doing whatever they want. But that time is, not today, Still got time to teach them that we are the people in charge, actually. And, yeah, let's vote with our wallet, boys. Unsubscribe? It's honestly how we vote no. It's sadly the only vote no. But, yeah. So, you might be asking, Sam, are you quitting WoW? And to that I say, no, I'm not quitting WoW. I love WoW way too much to just quit like that. So, of course, I'm not going to be quitting. So, yeah. What will I do in this game, since there's no content? It's as Marcus said. He said, you gotta make your own content, dude. He's that guy. He's the hunter who, in Kata, he leveled his hunter. I do believe his US hunter. I'm not sure, though. He leveled purely through BGs. He was like, okay, I'm going to do BGs from 1 to 80. That's really cool. Then he capped at, 60 for a while. And he stayed there. He absolutely pwned noobs with all the honor points he had. He bought so much gear, dude. And that was really fun, he said. That was, super fun. And that's the way you're supposed to play the game, to be honest. But right now, we're too focused on the end game. That's what I think. I'm going to try and make some sort of, twinking happen. If you guys would be interested in twinking, playing lower level characters, I'm the biggest point right now I want to twink at is level 70 or level 80. We can just make alts, and do all the old school content. We can try, because since the content has been so dumbed down with the stat squish, of course we can try some ridiculous stuff like, I don't know, duoing raids, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, that might be too, you know, OP, but maybe for 2 paladins, but anyway. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I want to do in game right now. I'm not really like that set on actually doing something like reasonable, because I have 6 level 100 characters, and I'm definitely not planning on quitting. One thing I'm really planning on doing is I'm planning on releasing a lot of disc guides, because disc is one of the most played healers, but there's also a lot of people who can't play disc. I run into them while, of course, queuing arenas. I run into people who literally can't play disc, who are literally like trinketing recklessly, using PS wrong, not even using barrier, which is kind of a big mistake. But yeah, stuff like that. And I really want to teach you guys some better stuff. As of course I'm currently, you know, sort of trying to get rank 1/ gladiator, which is going to be pretty hard because of all the boosters. That's one thing. And plus the EU's rating. EU's rating for gladiator is literally like 2.4 or something, which is kind of a lot. But yeah, we can get through it. We can get through it pretty easily, you know. If we really want to, we will get through it. So yeah, that's my view on the game right now. In my opinion, the game's bad right now. We're not getting enough content. Players are getting depressed, players are leaving. And the main reason for sadness in the community right now is all the people we've loved playing with, all the people that we really liked, are leaving because there's just not enough stuff to play. And yeah, I really am on the verge of quitting myself, and I don't want to quit. And that is why I'm staying here and I'm going to be making videos. Except, it's, you know, I will probably try and do videos daily or bi-daily. Whether it be a disc guide, whether it be some sort of weird twink video, whether it be a talk. I just want to keep myself playing. I've also resubbed to RuneScape, purely because I don't think I will be so entertained by playing this game and this game only. Because, of course, you know, it's not really that good right now, as I've probably made the point pretty clear in this entire video. Yeah. So that's my feelings right now. This is one thing that's ridiculous, by the way. Why am I one-shotting mobs my level? Please, come on. So yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day. I'm having a pretty good day myself. And until next time, folks, Aq out.